Welcome back to another Caligula review. I'm reviewing episode 8. But before I get into that, I would like to congratulate Caligula, actually. So, for some of you who don't know, I've been searching on my anime news network, and apparently Caligula was the most sold video game in Japan towards the ending of May. I'm like, wow. Like, I knew this game was that popular, but apparently it was. Like, this game sold off some high charts, actually. So I'll have to link in the list below so you guys can see for yourself. So I ain't kidding around, because, yeah. So, that being said, the game was released apparently on May 17th. Like, okay, this game's already been out. So I'm on Amazon looking up this game. Okay, how much it cost. It cost $100. To buy this game from a Japanese import costs $100 freaking dollars. It's nothing special about it. It's just a version for the PS4, and it's $100 freaking dollars. Like, yo, man, come on. When is this game gonna come to? I guess it hasn't officially come to America yet. It's still being played in Japan only, so I guess I have to wait until the actual release date for America, because I can only find it on my PlayStation Network account, anything. So I have to wait a little bit longer. So until then, I'll continue talking about the anime, see what's going on there. Now, before I also get into the anime again, let's talk about something else. Anime News Network also been talking about Caligula themselves. Apparently, it's been doing very well for itself for the spring of 2018. They've been doing a chart saying that how many states are watching, and a lot of states are watching this anime, which is a very big surprise. Usually, anime based off video games that are not that well known aren't that popular, or don't even do that well. But somehow, Caligula is doing a very well job. So with that being said, there's always going to be some skepticism going on. And what I mean by that is how the people who are talking about it clearly don't understand Caligula. Every time I see a review or someone talking an article about it, they're always saying how confused they are. They don't know what's going on, or they wish something would happen. For instance, one of the main things, they don't know why it's called Caligula. As we all know, Caligula is something based off of the times of the great Roman Empire. And the game is called the Caligula effect. Just because it's called the Caligula effect doesn't mean it's completely based off the Roman Empire. It's like saying a metaphor. It's an example of the Roman Empire and what it stood for that time. And the article is going on and on saying about how it don't see any gladiator fights or stuff like that happening like it did in the Roman Empire. But like I said, it's a freaking metaphor, an example of that time in the Roman Empire and how it will fall. And this episode perfectly came out at the right time for me to explain it, actually. Those who are watching this video already know about Caligula and know what it's about, because you already played the game. You probably know more about it than I do, way more. But for those who don't, I'm going to try to explain it to you by talking about this episode. This episode was mainly focused on the musicians and their feedback of what happened during the fight that happened in episode 6. So, thanks to Muse being asleep, things aren't progressing in the world no more. The Mombus is slowly building itself back up, but not fast enough. And because of that, Mew was the source. She was the one that was providing all the resources. She was the one granting everyone's wishes for everyone to be happy. But since she's asleep, no one can have any progression in their dreams. Some of them, that one girl is getting fat again. She can't fit her tight clothing. One of them can't buy any clothes or anything like that because she's broke. And of course, the main focus of the episode is with Akapi. And Akapi is this dude who pretty much is very extremely self-conscious about himself, and he's on the musician side. And he loved being number one, having all the girls fall in love with him and just being the hot bachelor of the city. Until Izuru comes along, and for some reason his cold, mysterious attitude is what makes girls fall for him. So I clearly can see what's going on here. Seeing how everything's going on is a perfect example of what these people who are reviewing Caligula need to understand. Caligula is just like what it is in the Roman Empire. It was a place of pleasure, a place of dreams coming true, of you having what you want, to indulge yourself and do everything that you desire. That's exactly what the musicians are doing. They're higher ups. It's a place of paradise if you have it going on. with money and stuff. And the musicians were like the higher ups, and during the time of the great Roman Empire, they had everything they wanted at their disposal until recently resources start going low, which exactly happened in the Roman Empire, as there are some strategies and wars that happened that caused the Roman Empire to fall from the inside out. So that's what's going on right here inside the episode. Most musicians can't have their indulgence of pleasure or their temptation because their resources are gone. They can't eat what they want. They can't spend what they want. They can't have girls flying over them anymore because their source that gave everything they wanted is not there right now. It's not active. And because of that, it caused them to be very angry and scared and stuff like that. Which is what is the also thing is you can't live inside a fantasy world like this, because what if the thing that was keeping you happy isn't there anymore? So now you have to go back and rely on yourself, which is the rebel resistance is doing, where they're pretty much doing everything themselves to make themselves happy and facing reality. So yes, it might be good to walk away from reality here and there, but however, you have to wake up from the dream sooner or later, or else, because what happens when the dream is gone and you don't know how to function with reality? You're screwed. So that's exactly what's going on here. So there was a big beef battle between Ikepi and Izuru. Izuru is looking for something, and Ikepi keeps fighting him, just saying, "What are you after? Why do you want to go back so badly?" He was pretty much jealous of how Izuru just got it so easily in this. I have to say, among all the musicians, I would say that in this one episode, made Ikepi probably the most revealing character among the musicians. He's one that has a better, understanding what's going on. Of course, I understand a little about the others, but him was best played out. Inside the mall when he was shopping, he saw a guy getting laughed at, being taken pictures of because he dropped some clothes. He looked pathetic, apparently, for some girls, even though everyone makes mistakes and drops something in their life. That's just how it is. So that's pathetic. So he saw himself, his past self in reality. How people used to laugh at him, look down on him. He was unpopular. He was just some commoner. He doesn't want to go back to that. But however, to saw him being who he was now, he was able to go defend that dude, showing not all of his humanity is gone. That can be for the other musicians as well. They're not heartless people. They all have their reasons of what they do, which I do like about Caligula. The antagonists aren't villains. They're just people who wish to, live their life the way they want to. But yet they still want to keep their humanity at the same time. But at what price? So, going through this, you also get to know more about Izuru himself. Apparently, Izuru doesn't care much for his popularity or his beauty. In fact, he kind of insane towards the end as he was scratching himself and having marks all over his body, but they kept healing, which is part, I guess, of what Mu's blessing was towards him. I guess in the past, he didn't feel alive or something, and because of that, he started scratching himself up in reality. But when he went to the Mumbus, Mu gave his blessing on no matter time he harmed his face, it always heals. No matter how many times he made himself look like a douchebag, people find him more attractive. So I guess to him, it's a curse. He wants to feel real. He wants to feel like he's actually an actual human being, that people aren't just going on for looks. So I can see Izuru and Ikepi have totally different standpoints, but yet they're on the same line. So yeah, that was pretty much this episode, and it seems like Mu has finally woken up, and the musicians are going to carry out their plan. And it seems that Thorn has something even more devious coming up. And speaking of that, one of the musicians are actually on the rebel side, or probably he's playing them both. Who knows? But something big is going to happen down in the next episode. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully this help explain people about why it's called Caligula. Not because it's doing things exactly like the Roman Empire did, but it's in a way for an example. The higher ups are enjoying their power, their wonderland, their dreams come true, but then sooner or later their resources will eventually run out and they'll have to face the music in reality and go back to who they were before. So that's why it's called Caligula to me, and I hope you guys understand. I did my best to explain it for some people, and hopefully I do. So now probably that'll clear up some things why the show is called Caligula and what is the purpose of this show. It's people who are running away from reality and those who wish to face it. colliding in a big epic battle with an idol singing Vocaloid. Yeah, that's anime for you. Well, actually, that's Japan for you all the way. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy Caligula, because it's very good to me. I thought this would be a very underrated anime, but surprisingly it's doing very well for itself. But I'm happy to see that. As you can see, people are doing more things I don't expect them to do in the anime community. Most of the time it's mostly mainstream and stuff like that. So I'm happy about that. So once again, that's all I got for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get yours of yours truly. I have been the Madcrownxox Anime. I'm signing out. Have a good one.